Yo. Testing. Testing. All right. So, what's good? Welcome to Lewiside Letters. This is just a channel mainly for us, for my kids, for me, for my wife, for future. But if you're watching, thanks. I guess welcome. It's not going to be anything crazy that you guys shouldn't watch. I'm actually just setting up a skateboard I just got, so I'll go into some of that. But yeah, I want my kids to be able to see this, and I was going to do it with them awake. Like Cyrus and Adrian, I love you guys. Hopefully you guys watch this soon or in the future. But yeah, everybody's asleep, and so I figured I'd take the time to make a video on this channel, which I really don't do. But yeah, I'm setting up this board. Shout out to Keith Landers, Serial Skateboarding Co. After I finish this, I'll have all the links and stuff if anybody watches this. He's a startup company guy, and he's a skate dad, and I just figured I thought that design was really cool, and I saw him really trying to put forward. So make a good example for his daughters, that you could start up a company and follow your dreams and do whatever you want, really. But yeah, I'm Lou. This is a new board that I'm setting up. Now, this is a Serial Skateboarding Co. This is an 8.5, and it looks to be a twin tail, like a symmetrical board. I think is the first symmetrical board I ride. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't really know how to skate. I'm not a skateboarder, but I've been in the culture, and I've had a lot of friends, and I've skated. I've rode a skateboard my whole life. Even when I was a kid, when we had the really cheap, big fat boards, I had one of those too. I mean, I split my teeth. Yeah, I was my first board. I think my grandmother got it for me, and I was down in the lobby hanging out in her lobby in the building in New York, in the Bronx, and yeah, I was riding my skateboard on my knees because I didn't know how to ride a board. I didn't have balance like that. I was like 7, 8 maybe. And I slipped. I hit a crack in the granite on the floor, and I hit my face. I hit my mouth on the floor, and my teeth went flying. Like they split in like diagonals. But yeah, I had to get my teeth capped and stuff. And then from then on, I started standing up, riding my skateboard. And then years passed, and I've had like penny boards and long boards, and I mostly always wanted to ride. And I did. I learned, but I never really had time or anybody to. I have social anxiety, so I don't really like making friends, and so I never really tried to learn how to skate. I was always using them for transportation. And so as I got older, like in my 20s, is when I really started riding my board. I really had a lot of stuff in my life that was kind of chaotic. And yeah, I bought while I was living at a storage unit, I bought my first board used from this dude that had a storage unit across from us. And I gave him like $35 for the board. I asked him, I think he gave me 15. I think it was $15. Yeah, because he didn't care about it anyway. He was fixing up his car. But yeah, anyway, we'll get into that now. I'm gonna set this up. I'm using all new setup. Like my last board, my other board that's in my car is a mini logo, and it's an 8. It's not an 8.5. This is an 8.5. This is a big board. My first 3 boards were 7, 7.5, 7 3/4, and I'm a small guy. I'm a little guy, so I got small feet, and I was trying to learn how to do tricks, and so the smaller board was easier for me, and I can move and maneuver faster. So I got used to that, and then after that, I got an 8-inch board. My little brother was friends with Steven Pinero, a Puerto Rican skateboarder. He's a pro skateboarder, and I have his pro deck, or at least he was riding for a skate shop or a skate company called Demon Seed, and he had a Joker board, and I have that still, but that was an 8, and so I got used to riding 8. So my mini logo board in the car right now is an 8. So I have the mini logo board. It's just like a black bottom, and independent trucks, and Bones SPF, but they're 99s, and they're 56-inch or 56 millimeter in width, in size. Which those are dope wheels. I street riding and in the park, they ride great. In this setup, like most of the time I've ever ridden, I've ridden on Independence, and either Bones or Spitfires or Dodo bushings, the Reds. This is a complete different setup. This is a big step up from what I'm used to riding. It's a big board, but I also need more to stand on and move around it. And I want to learn how to ride bowls and get better at transition and stuff. And I feel like having bigger footing will give me somewhere to land. I feel a little bit more comfortable on the board. But we'll see. Either way, I'm willing to try a new size. So the stuff that I got for this is a little different as well. So the components. So I got grip tape, but I'm not worried about the grip tape right now. We'll do that later. Actually, I'll probably have to do that first. But anyway, grip tape. And I usually go with Bones Reds, but I'm using Modus Black. bearings. OJ Nomads, OJ Elite. I heard they have a really good formula, but these are 95s, and so these are the softest wheels I've ridden on. I have 101s, I have 100s, I have 99s, and I even just recently got in the same box some 97s slime balls, but I put that on the Santa Cruz Odd Future board. I put that on my son's on Cyrus. These are on your board. The Plan B board. That's a 775. It's a really cool board, but I gave him some wheels to try to get him excited, and they look really cool. I'll show them. I mean, I showed them in the previous video. Anyway, these are 95s when it comes to how hard they are. So I'm not sure how they're going to ride at the skate park, but they're supposedly really smooth, and I'm trying to use this board mostly for bowls and more transition stuff. So I'm hoping that these will give me the grip I need so that I can keep my loose trucks for bowls and stuff. These and for trucks, I've actually done something different, major. Heard some good stuff about these guys, but these are Slappies. These are Slappy trucks, the 8.5. And I'm kind of excited for that because I think they're mainly meant for what I'm trying to use them for. I've heard that the trucks are nice and loose, or at least maneuverable. And I just wanted a completely different setup for a new board. So, yeah, this is what I'm doing now. And got some hardware, just cool stickers, slime balls are on the other board, and then the OJs are going to be on this board. So yeah, hopefully you can see here. And I forgot that I have the grip tape. So that's going to be kind of fun. So yeah, I was going to set this up tomorrow before going to the skate park in the morning, but I don't want everybody waiting on me. We're not really, we're still learning. I'm not very good at a skate park. All I do is cruise, and I don't want to get in the way of the cooler guys that are actually there to session. So I go early. We go early. Hopefully, we could start going earlier. We're gonna grip first. Messed up. It's gonna bother me. Yeah, I'm really excited. This setup is dope. My other wheels are 56s and these are 54s. So I'm wondering if the difference in size will, I'll feel it, especially since the slappies are going to be a little looser. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to do something with my grip tape. There's a new board, so I want to give it a little attitude. Give me something to play with, something to focus off, and it's kind of a horror theme. You know what I mean? Kind of scary, which is appropriate because it's about Halloween time here anyway. Now when I'm doing this, and yeah, it's kind of have a serial killer vibe. So maybe a little bit of chaos. The grip tape, I believe, is just Skate Warehouse Skate Warehouse grip tape. I'm not looking for nothing special. I just wanted to customize my own grip tape anyway. It's not going to matter. cool. I'm using a skate tool because I don't have a file. And you're not supposed to cut toward yourself with a razor, but in this case, you kind of have to. Just control. And we scrape the edges like that to make it easier to cut so it doesn't rip the blade apart too. That stuff is sticky. All right, so we got it basically gripped up. So now we got to pop holes to make sure that the grip comes out at the right spot. I'm just using a screw to pop the holes. You got to use the holes from behind to rip through the grip tape. All right. So now I have them all marked up. Now, I set that off because it's time to get some trucks going. I don't want to lose these washers. I'm going to get the wheels on first. So, I got too many windows open at the same time. All right, so I'm kind of excited to try these out. I got a lot of these for a really decent price at Skate Warehouse, and that was a bonus. I just kind of wanted to try new things, and I was willing to see what it was like. Notice black. These are dope, man. But we'll see how they work. bearings. Not the easiest to get in. And that's why I use the truck. Makes it a lot easier. I know they go in a little farther. Maybe not. They sit kind of weird. The wheels are kind of shallow. I'll tighten them up once I get them in there. Yeah, that one sits like that too. Does not want to go in. This is not sponsored by any of this stuff. I'm just having a good time. Now these are 95s. They're kind of soft, and I'm not sure how they're going to react at a skate park. 95 should be good for street skating, like if you're in the city. But it could depend on the formula of the wheel, like what type of wheel you actually have. Some 95s are like super soft compared to a 95 street skater. At least I think. But I've never ridden these wheels, so I'm talking out of the side of my neck right now. All right, we'll see. Those basic skate warehouse hardware. I'm not nothing fancy for this. As long as it screws in, it does its job. I'm glad I'm doing this now instead of in the morning because this is a process. And it gives me time to just chill instead of me rushing through it because I want to skate or because I want to make sure that the kids have fun. I think we're going to skate park in the morning. I try to go in the morning so nobody's there. I'm not in the way. And my anxiety doesn't go crazy because there's a bunch of people there, you know?
Yo, I got my trucks on backwards like a retard. Oh, I didn't want to use that word. I'm old school, man. I don't mean it the way people that are being mean mean it. Anyway, oh, you didn't even hear me. I'm focusing on the bolt so much, completely forgot. I throw it backwards. And I flipped in two, didn't I? Of course I did. Oh, don't do that. And this process, as tedious as it is kind of ritualistic. This is the first time for a lot of these parts, and it kind of feels really cool to get a new board together, man. Whether it's your first board or your 100th board, it's like I don't know how to express that feeling. I'm not even a good skater. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I'm getting up there. I don't want to hurt myself. I got work in the morning. I mean, not tomorrow, but like that's my motto. I got to work on Monday, so I really stopped myself from doing a lot of cool stuff that I probably could do, but I'm afraid of getting hurt. But I still have a lot of fun. Skate tool, but I don't know this. Oh snap, it fits. All right, cool. So let's get these babies on. Nice and solid. I was going to get risers because I didn't want to get wheel bite if I loosen my trucks trying to ride bowls. mean, I don't know what I'm doing anyway, but I'm researching and learning a lot. So, as scared as I am of doing any major tricks, I'm still trying actively to get myself up on quarter pipes and dropping in and catching speed and loosening up on my stance. I think it takes a pretty decent amount of control to stay on a board that's moving and pay attention to everything while changing directions, while making sure your feet are in the right place. There's a lot that goes on in your brain just riding a board. I use it for an escape, just like a lot of things. But also, like, the freedom of riding a board is pretty dope. And if I could learn some cool stuff while I'm at it, even better. Not to mention, it's a workout. Pretty decent workout. But, yeah, it's fun. Whether you're a kid or an adult, as long as you have your balance and you're not scared to fall every 5 seconds, it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to go back through tomorrow and tighten it back up once it settles. My bolts look like they're sticking up a little bit. It's probably because of the grip tape. But I don't like that feeling. I don't want to have to feel my bolts under me. Like the screw sticking up over. Feel and scrape the bottom of my foot in my sneaker. It's gonna be weird. I'm not gonna like it. I'll adjust. I don't know if you can even hear me. Am I talking too low? At least you'll be able to watch something. Cyrus, Adrian, Strawberry, I love you so much. Hope you guys actually watch these one day. I might not have a real specific direction for what I'm doing with this, but I'm really, really trying a lot of different things. To stay sane, to stay relevant, to stay active. I'm gonna have to stomp these in, man. don't want to smash down on my table. Just play. That's not good. Yeah, there's no way. There we go. Oh, the bearing's finally in. Oh, it doesn't feel good. There it is. Sometimes getting these bearings are the worst, man. I gotta make sure I don't hurt myself. Sounds weird, but they are softer. Alright. This looks like it's almost all the way in. I kind of have to smash the bearings back in because they don't all the way sit until you make it. All right, that's better. So if there's anybody else out there, I said earlier I'm making this mainly for my kids to look back on, or for us to look back on when we get older. Me, my strawberry, my wife. I figured this would be a cool way to leave something like an Easter egg or something behind, you know. We have videos of video of me, like with my reptiles and stuff on the other channel, on my other channel. But here is going to be a lot more raw, unrehearsed. Oh, they're in there. Oh man, I should have left it. Like this is just life, you know? Nothing scripted, no real edits. Edit for fun, edit for time, not edit for perception. I don't really like showing off to people, or I don't even like people. I know a lot of people can relate, you know? I would rather find things to do alone than have to worry about other people. But life, humans aren't built that way, you know? It's not how things are supposed to be, at least. Humans seem to evolve around other humans, and it doesn't seem like we're meant to be alone. So I found my people. I found my circle. And that's my kids, my wife, a few family members that I still keep in touch with that actually reach out. It's not like I actively try not to reach out. I'm not going to give energy to anything that I don't need, or I'm not going to waste mine or anybody else's time for that matter. I just want to live, man. I've been through some stuff and I'm tired of it. Well, that sucks. Dang. Okay, that's something. I don't know if you can hear music in the background. Those are my older beats. I want to hear music whenever I'm doing anything. And YouTube doesn't like when I play music in the background, because then it recognizes it, and I can get in trouble or something. Some kind of copyright. Oh man, I did it again. That's not what I was trying to do, but trying not to mess up the shield. All right, these are the last two. I'm not gonna go skate it right now. We're gonna go skate it in the morning, and I gotta make adjustments and stuff. Too tight. There we go. I know if somebody's watching this like, yo, this is boring. That's all right. This isn't really meant for mainstream consumption. This is just mainly for my family. I might put it on private later, just for future references. You know, it's like, oh wow, this is a video of when Dad set up that serial killer board. I remember when he was so excited when he first got that stuff. I usually go to the skate shop. I usually go to Galactic G, but it's really far, and I don't really have a lot of time on my hands lately. Not to mention, Kenny, the owner, recently passed away. He was battling some stuff, and I know they got a lot of stuff going on over there, but this is like the first time. This is the first board. I got a bunch of boards, but this is the first board that I didn't completely set up from his shop. No, that's a lie. I set one up in a shop in Melbourne when my Demon Seed board got smashed. I bought the one that I have now, which is the one in the car. But yeah, anyway, there it is, all set up. Trucks both seem a little responsive. I'll test them tomorrow and see how they're doing. I got to tighten up everything before making sure, but it's a pretty cool grip tape job to me. I'm not sure, but it seems like the nose is a little bit longer than the tail. We'll see. I don't even have all the measurements, but I like it. She's a little heavy, but it might be because of the trucks and stuff. I'm excited. We're going to rock her in the morning. But yeah, shout out Serial Skateboarding Company. Yeah, should I put the sticker on here? I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these. I put the stickers by the wheels because if I'm going to learn how to do anything when it comes to the board slide or tails or anything like that, when you put stickers over here, you're usually going to get them messed up. I don't really do anything with them anyway, so they don't really get too much up in the middle. But I like the graphic, so I'm not going to cover up the graphic. If I put stickers, I'm going to put them somewhere around here where I'm not really going to damage them. This is a big sticker. I'm not putting this on there. And the wheels are interchangeable, so I'm not really using that either. But if I notice, I can keep that. That's not bad. But yeah, so OJ Elite Nomads, 95A hardness. And these are what, 54s? 54 millimeter wheels. Slappy trucks. I think these are just the ST1s, I believe they're called. Um, yeah, these are new. I've never tried any of this stuff. And then the Modus Black bearings, and Serial Skateboarding Company design skateboard. So yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm gonna rock her tomorrow. I think I want to do more stuff with the grip tape, like maybe some blood splatter, or maybe some red paint leaking from in here, or some crap like that. But I'll work on it. I'll see what it feels like. But yeah, that's just a little bit of fun. Thank you for watching. This is probably boring to anybody else, but hopefully my kids and my wife are watching in the future. This is kind of like an Easter egg type of channel, just to leave stuff behind, so they can, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm Lou, or Cyrus, Adrian, babes, I love you. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow.